Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. How are you students? I hope you are all fine. Today we are again here for your online working. This is your science class. This is the 12th lesson of science. Your book name is General Science. This is for the class 7. General Science for the class 7. Today the day is Friday and the date is 7th May 2021. Now we will move to the content pages. Here are the contents. In the contents we have read about human organ systems, transport in humans and plants, environment and feeding relationships, lesson number 4, and now we have taken start lesson number 8, transmission of heat, that is on the page number 77. Move to the page number 77. We are here on the page number 77, lesson number 8, transmission of heat. In this we have read about that there are three methods of the heat three methods of the heat: conduction, convection and radiation. We have read about the conduction. What is the conduction? कंडक्शन क्या था कि इसमें जो सॉलिड्स में पार्टिकल्स हैं वो एक दूसरे से ज़्यादा क्लोजली पैक्ड होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो ज़्यादा तेज़ी से हीट को एक एंड से दूसरे एंड की तरफ ट्रांसफ़र करते हैं. हमने इसमें एक्सपेरिमेंट भी एक पढ़ा था कि एक कैंडल को एक स्पून के ऊपर हमने स्पून को कैंडल पे रखा था, जिसकी वजह से हमें दूसरे हैंड से उसको पकड़ा था. तो उसके बाद हमने क्या ऑब्जर्व किया था कि जो स्पून है जब यहाँ से गर्म हो रहा है तो उसकी हीट जो है वो यहाँ पर भी फील की जा सकती है. हमने एक और एक्सपेरिमेंट पढ़ा था कि हमने 2 स्पून्स दिए थे, एक लकड़ी का और एक जो लोहे का स्पून लिया था हमने मेटल का बना हुआ. उसमें हमने क्या चेक किया था कि हमने देखा था कि जो मेटल का स्पून है उसमें जो हीट के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं जो वो ज़्यादा क्लोजली पैक्ड होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो ज़्यादा तेज़ी से मूव करते हैं और इसको ज़्यादा जल्दी गर्म कर देते हैं, जबकि वुडन जो है स्पून उसमें इस तरह से नहीं होता है. आज हम इसकी रीडिंग स्टार्ट करेंगे फ्रॉम द पेज नंबर 81. Conduction in liquid and gases. The process of conduction in liquid and gases is very slow as compared to solid metals. The particles in liquid and gases are not held closely together. The particles have less chance to bump into other particles in liquid and even lesser in gas. That is why the transfer of heat energy from fast moving particle to neighboring particle is slow. Water and air are bad conductor of heat. What they have told us, they told us that the particles of the gas and liquid are not closely packed. That's why they are not good conductor of the heat. They are the insulators, you can say. And in the liquid the particles are not closely, but in the gases they are not closely. Here is an activity. They have told us that water is a bad conductor of heat. Water and most other liquid except mercury are bad conductor. To show this, wrap an ice cube in wide gaze and drop it into a test tube almost filled with water. It will settle down. As you can see that they have wrapped the ice cube and they have dropped it in the test tube and it is settled down. Hold the test tube and heat it near the neck with a Bunsen flame or spirit lamp. Here they are doing this. Observe. Now what is the observation? Soon the water in the upper part of the test tube will start to boil, but the ice at the bottom melts very slowly. It shows that water is a bad conductor of heat. क्या होगा कि जब इसको गर्म किया जाएगा इसकी नेक वाली साइड से, तो पानी जो है वो गर्म होना शुरू हो जाएगा, लेकिन जो आइस है वो बहुत स्लोली मेल्ट होना शुरू करेगी. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो वाटर है वो बैड कंडक्टर है हीट का. एवरीडे एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. Conduction plays an important role in our lives. Cooking utensils, electric kettle, iron, soldering iron, etc. are made of metals to conduct heat quickly. Their handles are made of plastic and wood, which are bad conductors. Birds have feathers which keep their bodies warm because feathers are bad conductor of heat. Woolen cloths and blankets slow down the transfer of heat. It is so happens because the wool traps air in it. The air is a bad conductor of heat. These are the woolen cloths. And if you remember, we used woolen cloths in the winter. Why we use them? Because they are the bad conductor of heat. Ice is covered with jute rug to reduce its melting speed. Jute is a bad conductor of heat. An insulating material, e.g. styrofoam, is filled between the double walls of a refrigerator. It reduces the transfer of heat across the walls of the refrigerator. Double pan window are used in buildings to slow the transfer of heat. Air between the two layers of glass also act as an insulator. Thermos bottle use air or a vacuum to slow the transfer of heat by conduction. Here they tell us 7 things in which they told us that how we can reduce the heat. tidbits. The plastic water cooler and hot pots have double walls. You can see, check from the home. The stereo foam and the air between the walls reduce transfer of heat by the conduction. Marble has been used in buildings and monuments such since long times. It is not only beautifies the buildings but also act as an insulator. Convection. Now we will read about the convection. Unlike particles of solid, particles in liquid and gases move from one place to another. Take a beaker and put some small pieces of paper in it. Fill half of the beaker with water. Heat the beaker by a spirit lamp. We shall see that pieces of paper rise to the top of water, move sideways, and sink to the bottom. Yeah, you can see that they have to move the from the sideway and then again sink into the bottom. The water in the beaker also gets warm. The molecule of water absorb heat energy from the bottom of the beaker and rise to the top. इस किस वजह से हो रहा है कि जब जो मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वाटर के, जब वो बॉटम वाली साइड से एनर्जी हासिल करते हैं तो वो ऊपर की तरफ उठते हैं. देन व्हाट हैपन, अदर सराउंडिंग्स मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ वाटर केम टू द बॉटम टू अब्जॉर्ब हीट एनर्जी. तो जो सराउंडिंग के अदर मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वो अगेन बॉटम की तरफ आते हैं अपने लिए एनर्जी हीट एनर्जी को अब्जॉर्ब करने के लिए. द ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट इन विच मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ अ मीडियम एक्चुअली मूव टू द सोर्स ऑफ हीट एनर्जी टू अब्जॉर्ब हीट एंड देन मूव अवे फ्रॉम इट is called convection. Convection occurs in liquid and gases only because their molecules can move freely. The molecules of a solid are held close together. They cannot move freely. Therefore, convection is not possible in the solids. As we know that conduction is possible for the solid, and convection is possible for the liquid and gases. Now, the upward and downward movement of molecules of water or air is called convection current. What happened? The upward and downward, यानी upward और downward movement जो है molecules की पानी में या हवा में, उसे हम convection current करते हैं. Today we will do the reading till here. Now we will do the question answers. Move to the question answer. Here is the question number 3. Give short answer. Question number 1. Why do we use cooking pots made of metals? Move to the answer. Here is the answer. We use cooking pots made of metals because they are good conductor of heat. Question number 2. What is a convection current? The upward movement of warm water and downward movement of colder water is called convection current. अभी मैंने आपको थोड़ी देर पहले इसका बुक के ऊपर से भी पढ़ाया था. Which surface do absorb maximum heat? The black surface absorbs maximum heat. Why do we use woolen cloths and blankets during winter days? We use woolen cloths and blankets during winter days because they slow down the transfer of heat. Next one is, what is the advantage of gliding flight for the bird? The advantage of gliding flight for the bird is that during a gliding flight a bird does not move its wing but glides on wind current and save its a lot of energy. I hope you will write these questions on your notebook and also learn them properly and also do the reading properly. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.